What's going on, fam? It's entertainer, motivator, educator Lucky Murray bringing you another CHH Today. And guys, due to technical difficulties, I recorded a really good video or audio and I forgot to export it the right way. So I'm doing it again. You may not know this is your first time doing it, but for me, I'm kind of frustrated because I'm a kid, a father of 5, and when I do an audio recording, it has to be super quiet so that I can record. But since I couldn't, I'm bringing you back again another edition of CHH Today. And this time, guys, I want to talk about Native North. Native North is a record label that was started by Natalie Lauren. If you don't know Natalie Lauren, she is formerly known as, or also known as, Susie Rock. She was a Christian hip-hop MC, female MC that is, that did really well back, I want to say maybe the early 2010s. She changed her name as she was focusing more on writing songs, and also K to the second letter B. So they came together, I think, a few years ago and created Native North. And Native North has, it's like the way that they explained it, it's more so like a collective of people that come together to do more things. You know, they have the Native Supplies, and that is the merch line. Excuse me, I can't talk tonight. The merch line of KB, and also Swoop, which is putting out an album February the 2nd. Woo! I'm super excited about that album, boy. I'm a big Swoop fan. I think the singles he's been putting out, this is gonna be a really good album to put out. But let's get back to the subject. So, what Native North has been doing, they are now putting out webisodes to bring you into the beginning stages of something great. Now, here's my philosophy. I felt like Reach Records was the pinnacle as far as CHH and how CHH was run. You know, they was solid, they was well funded, they had a great structure, and Reach Records was really the only record label that I've seen in the CHH game that had a full staff. You know, that everybody on they artistry, you know, if you're signed to Reach Records, you don't have a day job. You know, your day job is touring, you're constantly booking, you're constantly gigging, you're constantly putting out albums, and Reach was the golden standard of Christian hip-hop. That all changed when Lecrae Moore and Ben Washer signed a distribution label imprint deal, not an imprint deal, imprint is a little different, but a label partnership with Columbia Records, making them have a major distribution signed to a major record. You know, it's not, Lecrae didn't just go over to Columbia and his other artists stayed, you know, with Reach. No, he brought everybody to Columbia. And so I don't really include Reach Records as far as CHH anymore, because they bust out the niche. They also are going in a new direction as far as the new wave with Aha Gazelle. I did a video about him earlier with some comments that I thought that was kind of suspect. It's on the card above, just click on it. And also they have 1K Feud, which the Never Too Late project was pretty cool to me. I'm waiting on to hear some Reach Records producers and for him to have that spirit to come together to make a really good album. But Native North, which I thought Collision, the breakup of Collision, I thought Collision was the second best label in CHH. Number 1 was Reach. Number 2 was Collision at the time. 3, you can give it to maybe RMG or God Over Money. You know, I do like them. I also, Humble Beast, they pretty much is 3 to 5. You know, you can't really rank them because Humble Beast is really doing this thing. You know, God Over Money is really doing this thing. And then you have Reflection Music Group with Derek Minor Cannon. You know, have Tony Tillman, and they're really picking up too. So that's the top 5 in CHH. You do have some other record labels that are in that are not as big, that are still doing their thing. You have King's Dreaming with Ruslan. He had Belief in John Gibbs. We already know what happened with John Gibbs. He's doing his own thing with Interscope, and Belief, who retired from rapping to do Belief in Fatherhood. So you have a few record labels that doing their thing, but you don't have anybody that's kind of cultivating that niche to be like, okay, we're the next, you know, big thing that's happening. So I thought it was interesting for one, KB and Natalie Lauren to come together to start their own label. Starting your own label is very difficult. Me being a label owner myself, and it's an independent Christian hip hop label, the things that I realized is that, man, if you don't have the resources, it's a lot difficult to pull your resources together and cultivate a fan base. So what I really am interested about this is that what are their next step, because they're very particular as far as what they put out. It's not a whole lot of things on Native North. You research it, you Google it, there's nothing on there. The only thing that you really get is the YouTube channel, and you get Swoop, and Swoop has been signed to Native North since, man, he put out Lambo last year, and it was underneath Native North. So the first 2 webisodes I saw, I love, man. I love when they go behind the scenes and they give you the insight to how it is to start and build and cultivate a record label, because a record label nowadays is not just a label that says, hey, I have the money, you have the fam, you have the artwork, let me pump in some money for you, let's sell a whole bunch of records and let us make a ton of money. I really want to see how they can cultivate the Swoop album and see how that does. I'm pretty sure Swoop is going to chart, but I want to see how they can cultivate that and really build something. One label that, I say this again, that I thought they were really building something, but it kind of fell off, was Collision Records. I thought Collision Records did most with little. You know, they had a roster, man, that could stand with anybody. They had Dre Murray, they had Christian Grey, they had Swoop at the time, and they also had Alex Faith. I'm not the biggest Alex Faith fan, but I felt he fit within the Collision Records and what they did. It was gritty. You know, Reach Records were more, you know, CC you know, they was more so the mainstream almost sort of label, and Collision was like, yo, we gonna kick in your front door and rob this thing, man, because we got it. So I'm very interested to see how this is going to unfold, but it's great news, man, that when something is started, I think that we should all support it, man. I saw Joseph Solomon, who's on the label. He's like Shaq's little brother, super tall, but super talented. Don't really have any music out there yet. He's been doing a lot of features, but doesn't have music. He has his God Chasers TV thing that he does on YouTube, and he's very popular on YouTube. They also have KB, I believe that he's going to be an artist. I don't know if he's going to not work with Reach to do Native North full time, but we are going to see with that. And Ned Lauren can also work as an artist as well. So comment below, man. Let me know what you think about this video. Hey, also, please, if you love what you see, if you love what you hear, subscribe to your boy's channel, because I done hit 100. Thank everybody for giving me that platform. So now, the next platform is 300. If we get 300, man, I'll be super duper stoked. You know, 100, I've been really taking my YouTube game serious since July of last year. So I feel like, hey, within 6 months, I done got to 100 subscribers, and you know what they say, your first 100 is always the hardest. So comment, let me know what you think. If you like this video, give it a thumb up. If you don't, please, let's keep it a $1.50. Hit that thumbs down and let me know why. Again, Native North has a webisode that you need to check out, and the link will be in the description box right here. So again, this is the entertainer, the motivator, and the educator, Lucky Murray, bringing you another edition of CHH Today. And Native North, KB Ned Lauren, Joseph Solomon, Swoop, and John, the producer. You keep doing your thing, man. I like what y'all doing. Until next time.